What's good, ladies and gents? Welcome back to MKO Boxing, aka MKO Pugilism, where we talk all things box. Remember to like and subscribe on YouTube. Thanks to those that got me to 500, and also give me a follow on TikTok. And yeah, let's get into this one. So this one, I'm just going to talk about a few of what I think could be keys to victory for Conor Benn going into this weekend's fight against Chris Eubank Jr. So yeah, for me, looking at the last fight, Conor Benn was making the mistake of sort of punching from out of range and basically being too reckless in the fight. So for me, I think one of the keys to victory is going to be to, and also I think the jab was kind of a weapon that was missing from the arsenal of Conor Benn in the last fight. So for me, I think Conor Benn, one key to victory is he can double jab his way in. So for me, I think one of the key things is he's got to be up close and personal in Chris Eubank Jr.'s face. And I think one way he can get there is by stepping in with that double jab. So you jab, so you step in with the first jab, step in with the second jab, and you kind of put with that second jab, then you're in range. And even if, let's say, you jab and you miss the first one, then you step in again with the second one, then you're going to be in punching range, and then you're in that space, in up close and personal with Eubank, and then you can sort of do the damage. So for me, I think it's something I'll always say, double jab your way in. So jab your way in and double and triple up that jab and step in with the jabs that you throw, so that when your first shot's that jab, and when you're throwing these jabs, you're getting within that punching range, that close range, and then that's where you can have your success, and that's where you can let your hands go. Because a lot of the times in the last fight, he was letting his hands go from too far out. So I think stepping in with his jab and doubling up the jab is going to be key for Conor Benn. Second thing I think is working the body of Chris Eubank. I think if Conor Benn can work the body of Chris Eubank from Eubank Jr., from very early in the fight, double jab your way in, step in with your punches, get in close range, and maybe even jab to the body also, and then just sort of once you're in range, offload to the body, let him, hit him to the body, even if you got to hit the arms or whatever, but work that body from early and, try to make him feel that rehydration clause, try to make him feel 36 years old. So I think, as I said, double jab, step in with your punches, once you're up close and personal, offload to the body from the first round, from the word go, offload to the body and keep consistently hitting Eubank in the body, so that when it comes to those later rounds, he won't have that energy there to sort of to rally in that latter part of the fight. You don't want Chris Eubank Jr. to be able to rally against you in the last portion. So body work also is a key thing. And I'd say thirdly, one of the key things for Conor Benn is going to be combination punching, and I think he's got to start the fight fast. So I think he's got to get straight down to business. And because he's a bit younger than Eubank Jr., I think he's definitely got the engine to do that. He's got to do it a little bit more carefully than last time out, but he's got to, step in, step on the gas very early in the fight, but be a bit more precise with your work in there. Work to the body, work at a high pace, make sure you're throwing combinations from early, you're getting in Eubank Jr.'s face from early, and you're boxing at a very high pace. So I think he's got to set the temperature, make it hot, make it a hot pace, make it a fast pace, stay in Chris Eubank Jr.'s face from the first bell, from the word go. And I mean, for me, I think those are some of the keys to victory where, if he does those things, hot pace, double jab, step in with your jab, make sure you're stepping in with your punches, getting into range, combination punching, fast pace, hitting Eubank Jr. to the body. I think those are the sorts of things, just a few of my thoughts, where I think if he's able to do those things implement them from the first round, I think he can have success. And that's where he can, if he can implement that, he can be successful and he can possibly cause the upset. But let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on what you think could be keys to victory for Conor Benn. And do you think he can pull off this upset on Saturday? Let me know your thoughts. And until next time, it's MKO Boxing over and out.